So we're wrapping up a video series on this guitar, which is a parts caster. I've got a few more steps in this video to share with you, and then I've got about one more video after that until we wrap everything up. The whole idea behind this project was to make a quality guitar out of top-notch products on par with, say, an American-made Telecaster or maybe even a custom shop. Basically, this is a road-worn Telecaster body with a custom Musicraft neck. If you were to go out today and buy a brand new road-worn Telecaster guitar, it would cost you about $925 as of the date of this video. When I was looking to purchase mine, I believe the price was around $900. However, there were some things that I did not like about the stock road-worn Telecaster guitar. Namely the fact that the radius on the stock guitar is 7 1/4, and I wanted a 9.5 inch radius. Also on the stock guitar, the neck is coated in a urethane finish, and I wanted nitrocellulose. So the great thing about this is that I was able to get a fully customized guitar, all for under $850.
Now we come to the payoff.
The body fully loaded was about $470, the neck was about $260, the vintage aerosol tint was about $20, nitrocellulose was about $10. I paid about $40 for the tuners, about $20 for the decal, and around $10 for the string tree. The guitar weighs about 6.5 pounds and is fully coated in nitrocellulose. The two things that I'm going to talk about in this video are, one, rubbing steel wool on the neck of the guitar. I know you're asking me why, and we'll get to that in a minute. The other one being relicing the pickups, which is pretty self-explanatory. The reason that I had to relic or age these pickups is because I replaced the stock pickups, which are Tex-Mex, with some Keystone pickups that I had laying around. I actually have a video comparing the stock Tex-Mex pickups with the Keystones, and if you're interested, you can click on the eye up here in the corner of the screen. Okay, now let's get to those steps. I'm going to talk over the video as I walk you through the process. As always, thanks a ton for watching this video. Please like and subscribe. Feel free to leave a comment below. I really enjoy your guys' comments. I feel like I learn just as much from you as maybe you do me. And please tell me what I'm doing right, what I'm doing wrong. I welcome the feedback, and we'll see you in the next video. Okay, so now we're looking at the steel wool on the headstock. Now the reason I did this is because I sprayed a matte finish lacquer on the headstock, and so it wasn't really shiny, or as shiny as it could possibly be, but it also wasn't extremely smooth. And I really had a hard time with wet sanding on my last project with my Stratocaster, and so I'm kind of scared of doing it. I know one of these days I'm gonna have to bite the bullet and learn how to do it, so I'm kind of looking forward and not looking forward to getting better at that. But for this, it's a Relic guitar, and so I wanted it not to be super shiny, to look kind of worn in, and the steel wool just really helps with that. I learned that on my Stratocaster just by sort of trial and error. And you know, it's not really rocket science. It's a quadruple zero steel wool, which is fairly cheap and inexpensive. It's easy to come by. It is metal, of course, so that means it's metallic, and so it could stick to the pickups of your guitar. So you have to be sure to kind of tape those off, or just, in this case, I had the neck off the body of the guitar. Some people don't like steel wool because of that, but like I said, it's really easy to come by, and it works great as long as you are sort of careful with it. And it's pretty easy to clean up once you're done with it. Okay, on to aging or relicing the pickups. As you can see, I started off with some regular old bathroom cleaner. I was hoping that the chemistry makeup would be such that it would react with the metal and give a little bit of a patina, or just, you know, cause it to react and age. But come to find out, it really didn't work. Now the application process here, you can see I'm just using a Q-tip and dabbing on the liquid onto the metal. Now you don't want this stuff to go down into the windings of the pickup, of course, just because it could continue to rust and really screw up your pickup. But if you do it right and you just put a drop or two on top of the magnet, it stays on there. The surface tension causes it to stay on top of the magnet, and you don't run into any risk of it going down into the pickup. So here I am taking some sandpaper to the neck pickup, the chrome cover. I started off with some 400 grit. That was probably too aggressive. You can see even here that it's putting some, you know, fairly deep scratch marks into the cover. Not exactly what I wanted. Now of course I do go in later on and take some finer grit and try to step it down. I still have maybe a little bit of scratch marks in the pickup cover, but it's not something that you can see unless you get really up close to it, and it's nothing that I'm necessarily worried about. Okay, so here you see I'm using 800 grit to kind of step down the process. But yeah, I think pickups in time, they get all kinds of scratch marks on them from maybe rings or picks or what have you, strings going across them as you change the strings, things like that. So I don't think necessarily that sanding the pickup down, the pickup cover, is rocket science either. You know, you just don't want deep scratches in it. and you want it to look fairly believable. So I think overall I got a fairly believable look. I don't even know that this is the end product. I think I went ahead and worked a little bit more at it and got it to look a little bit better. Maybe I'll show you a close-up of the pickup as it looks at this moment in time. So finally, I used the Works toilet bowl cleaner, and if you've watched any of my videos, you know that this is my old friend, the Works. It works really well, and I'm even applying it, as you can see, with the pickup installed on the guitar. Again, I'm only using a drop or two on top of the magnet, being careful that it stays on top of the magnet itself. Now, a side effect that I got from this, I didn't even think about it, was I got a little bit of rust on the underside of the strings, which no big deal. You know, I play the strings, I continued to play them for a couple of weeks, and I just changed them out. It wasn't like it ruined the strings or anything. It was just a little bit of a side effect. And again, I'll show you a picture of both of these pickups, the bridge pickup as well, and show you the results of the relicing. I'm gonna talk